Okay, we're going to have a look at how to design your site on Wix. So what I've done is gone and purchased a new domain and chosen the plan that I want to be on. Now, I recommend having a look through the details of each of the available plans that you want to compare before you choose which plan you want to be on, because you're not going to need all the features. So I'm just on the $30 a month plan, so I think it's the second lowest tier. And then once you've gone through these steps and chosen your business types and followed all the prompts that it normally takes you through, I've also allocated an email address or created a mailbox through Wix as well. But you can do that separately through Google Workspace. I'm going to click up here to design site. Now you can let Wix create a site for you, but I would prefer to pick a template. And what it's done here is it's looked for the category of the website that I've entered earlier in the game, and it's giving me some recommended options for what my website might want to look at. It's a good idea to look at the actual site. So click view and see how they are and how they interact as well. So it lets you edit this site, but let's just close that for now. You can see here it's quite big across the screen. It's a little bit more showcase style. I'm not sure that's what I'm looking for, so I'm going to go back to templates and I'll review some more. Then once you've chosen the site that you want to use the template for, click edit this site. And that sometimes can take a little while to actually build out. It gives you this option to let AI write your site content. I'm going to write my own, or you can open ChatGPT separately. And then essentially you can start using all of the items over here to edit the appearance of your site. It's already allocated the domain name, which we did through the My Business selection that we did on the previous page. And then we can start playing with things. So the key areas to recognize in Wix is this little drop down here is going to take you to all the different pages on your website. All these are templated, so you can remove them. Over here, this is your most useful menu. So if you click here on this menu, it should pop out. And that gives you way more options to edit things here. You'll see also if I click this drop down, where is it? Pages and menu. Click that one. You can change the menu items and the way they're named. So for example, if I want to have home, services, about, testimonials, clients, contact, book online, maybe I want to change some of those. So what I can do is rename them. So we'll do services, about, maybe instead of testimonials for now, we might do a blog. So rename. Instead of clients, let's create one called resources. Contact, and then you could rename book online to something a little bit more engaging. So let's click rename. We'll think of something. We'll make it Ask Laura. You can also change up the positioning of the pages on the menu. So you can see at the top now, over here, if we scroll up, home, services, about, blog, resources, Ask Laura, and contact. I'm going to move these around a bit. So you can create your own map of your website. I would suggest doing that either in Canva or just on a piece of paper. Just design which pages you actually want in your website, what each of them is going to have underneath them in terms of content. Do you have any drop-down pages? Things like that, you can always add them in. If you want to create a drop-down as well, you can simply drag it in like that, and that will make that page a drop-down from the main menu. Let's leave that up there. So let's go, I'm going to move services down. Ask Laura, contact, and let's move about down a bit further as well. So home, blog, resources, about, services, Ask Laura, contact. Now this website, the way it's jumping down to different areas tends to imply that it's one of these single page websites. I personally can't stand them. I find them really limited in the amount of information that's portrayed on the one page, but you can also choose different types, or you can create separate pages over here in the pages and menu. You can add a page. You can select the design of that page as well and rename it at the same time. So then the general other ways to edit your website. So up here there's a button. Now I might actually make that my Ask Laura one. And links to, I would link it to Calendly, so it would go to a web address and you would enter your Calendly address and open it in a new window. Now I don't have anything at the moment, so I'm just going to say none. And because I don't want that doubling up here, let's click over here into pages and menu, and I'm going to remove this. How do I do that? We can make it a subpage. So we might actually make Ask Laura a subpage of services. So that means there's two ways in that people can ask you, can find that page, sorry. So then the rest of editing your site on Wix is really just a drag and drop situation. So I'm going to toggle back to home and say I want to change my logo. Quick edit, so you can see horizontal menu, up here, manage menu. Oh, that's not what I'm doing. Sorry, not quick edit, this one here. It says edit text. I don't want edit text there. I'm going to delete that. And I want to add an image. Upload and import. And you create your own library of things here. So upload images. And then upload from computer. So let's go with that one. That's just a small one. You just see the progress down here. Add to page. And what you want to do is shrink it and then drag it, and you'll see how it pops in here and you can see attached to header. Let's do that. And then shrink it again. That's going to be probably too small, but I can rejig my logo later. The colors as well, don't love the colors, so let's look at how to edit those. If we go into site design over here, you can see site theme and click change theme. You can either select one of the existing themes that they've got here, or you might be able to do a custom one. I'm going to select this one down here. That's just changed the links and things up here. This horrible purple is still in existence, so ooh, that's very, very green. Nope. And you can customize your site design. So color theme, it's got these accent colors here. I can change those to mine. The base colors, usually black and white, are quite good. And if you're ever unsure, just click into advanced settings and see what else is available to you to change things. So you can change the types of buttons and what they look like for everything. And doing these under that page theme section is going to help you apply this across all other pages when you create them. So you can edit those as much as you like. And then this big background here, if you want to start editing the actual features of the page, click quick edit, strip background. Let's change that. You can choose something from their library. do a solid color or an image or even a video. A video might be kind of cool. Videos. Let's do business. And just hover over to see what you've got here. Remember, if you're going to have text over it, you probably want to have it not too busy. And choose something that relates as well. That's a nice simple one. Change background. And now your website's starting to look pretty good. This text here, again, if you want to edit a section, you just double click on it and you can click edit text if you like. I like that idea of the power of. All lowercase. Now I don't like this font, so I'm going to select all and change here. This is popped up into something a little bit more generic. You can add a subtitle here, or you can delete it just by clicking delete. And I'm going to steal my bio from my YouTube page. Now this is pretty dark, so you can also change the color of the font on here. So again, select all and this little pop-up box will appear, and you can change the highlight, so something behind the text, or the color. Let's change it to white and see if that pops. Yeah, I like that better. Let's do the same with this one. And the Learn More button. Black's not my favorite, so let's change that. So click here, design. So it's a different menu. So that can get a little bit confusing when you think there's a different menu popping up for each item, but I really like it because it means that the menu for each specific thing I'm working on will always appear when I'm editing that item, rather than having to go back into a main menu to edit it every time. So I'm going to click design. And you can change the shape of your design, of your button as well. Pick any one of these. I'm happy with, actually, I like that one. You can customize design. So I don't like that font again, so text. You can change the themes over here in this site design section, but for now, let's use the same font as this one. So I've got to click out to find out what it was. It was Lato Light. Design. Customize design. Text. Font is Lato. Font size, and I'm going to make that bold as well. You can also change shadow, the roundness of the corners. Let's create maybe a 4-pixel curve, border, and the fill color and opacity there. Then you just exit out. You don't need to save anything then. And now you can see that looks a little bit more professional. Now I hate this green color, so I'm going to change that, and the menu colors as well don't work. So by double clicking again, it opens the manage menu box. And And there's also design here. So let's use that. Again, you can choose a different type of menu. If you hover, it will show you what each one is. I don't mind the existing one, but I want to change the font. So customize design. Let's go text, color, we'll choose white so it pops. And close that, and you should have an option for hover here. So the normal editing is this way, hover. Let's make it maybe a beige sort of color, like we've got this one. You can be exact about this if you want to search all your hex codes, but let's just choose something middle ground. And then clicked. So what color do you want your clicked menu to appear in? I'm going to choose, you could choose black. Or add, I'm going to choose kind of a burnt red. Now it's hard to see here, but it will pop up on your other screens a bit more clearly. So we've selected that color, close that, and then we would start editing the other section. So the buttons, we're going to remove a cart option, so we don't need a cart icon. Let's delete that. And then you can edit the next section if you like, which is a little bit more about the business. And Wix has all these add-ins. So if you click plus, you can add all these kinds of content types. So socials, lists, video and music, contact and forms, all of it is built in. It's not like WordPress where you need to, get a plugin and then set up an account with the plugin and then add the plugin to the page, which is a nightmare. You can literally just drag and drop them straight in, which is great. So now you've got the general gist of how editing your site in Wix works. You can then start playing with the other sections. There's also apps that you can add in as well. These are usually free, but these are just more specific things. So marketing, email. You can choose these. Wix email marketing is already built in, or you can get these different types of apps, a little bit like I was talking about with WordPress. My business, this menu, you can complete all the information about your bookings, forms, payments. If you want to have a members area, a chat feature, you can view your image library or your media library as well. CMS, manage your site content, create hundreds of dynamic pages and collect info. You could try that if you want to. It seems like it's a bit of a landing page option. But those are the key features of using Wix. And also just to show you, you can also just drag and drop things around. It's not like Wix where, not like WordPress where it's kind of glued into the theme and restricted in that sense. You can literally just move it wherever you want on the page. If you want that on the coffee cup, you can put it on the coffee cup. So there you go. Have fun and try to use a bit of creativity when you're building your site, and it will become a bit easier.